Hey everyone, welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. Just last second pop-up show I decided to do. I've got so many of these postcards to go through from the farmhouse. So those of you who've been at the last two shows, you know how many I have and still a ton to get through. So I have one scheduled for a week from Friday, but I thought I'd go ahead and do a pop-up today. Hold on, let me turn off my dehumidifier over here. Sorry about that. Hey, second time go. Hey, Secret Grotto. Hey, Seawaters 113. Thanks for stopping in. Let me just show you what we got to go through today. I may also make it through some miscellaneous ephemera that I picked up at this same farmhouse. So everything I've got um, came from a farmhouse in East Tennessee. So I've been selling out of these postcards now for two shows. Still a couple albums left. I don't think I'll do any albums today. I'll probably save those for the scheduled show I have a week from Friday. But I've got all these postcards to look through. Also got just a bunch of miscellaneous ephemera that I picked up at the same place. So probably go with the same format that we've done the last couple of shows, which is we'll have three stacks of five that we put down, and then we'll put 10 down to start, and then I'll go through as many as I can in 45 seconds. And if you win, you get everything that's in the stack, plus you can pick one from the top. So give me 1 second, too. Let me put my phone on Do Not Disturb. All the things I normally do for these shows, I forgot to do since it's just a pop up. So, all right, there we go. So let me move the phone over, and then we'll just start pulling. And if there's any other particular ephemera you're looking for, let me know. I mean, I might have some of it, but for the most part, I was going to focus on postcards today. So, oh, and just for anybody who hasn't been to my shows before, I'm Stuart with Franklin Hill Ventures. I'm here in Knoxville, Tennessee, and I sell on a variety of platforms, including Whatnot. I also have three antique booths here in the Knoxville area. But love going and digging through, old dusty places like this farmhouse. It was, in Upper East Tennessee, and it was a really, really cool place. But anyway, so let me go ahead and just pull some cards here, and we'll get started. So, as I mentioned, looks like maybe my cat's been up here. So we're going to put three stacks of five up here, and then what the pennies are is when one doesn't get collected, I'll pull a penny, and then when something has been picked for 3 rounds in a row, we'll set it to the side. Then at the end of the show, I'll just do a dollar start for all those. So, but most of the postcards that we found so far have all been like early 1900s, but they've gone all the way from the early 1900s up through the 1950s and 1960s. But most of them have been in that early 1900 range. Like this one's what, 1912, and wherever King Sessing Station is, that's where it was postmarked. But it's a Christmas postcard, so we'll go ahead and do five for each of the stacks up top. Unless one's in really bad condition, then we'll throw a few more in there. But I would say all these are in good to fair condition. They definitely have some corner dings and things of that nature, but hey, Sue, MX Mick, Shimply Shenanigans, Pastry Jeff, anybody else I missed, thanks for coming in. So, looks like we've got a stack of Christmas postcards to start off with. The interesting thing about these is, for the most part, I mean, I have not really gone through these at all, other than to pull a few when I first started, just to kind of get an idea of the age. But they're in like no particular order. They were just all kind of crammed in there. And for anybody who was in my show last Friday, we went through a couple of albums, and my gosh, those were some good albums. Found a couple of Halloween postcards, and then a 1908, I think it was, Chicago White Sox baseball team postcard, and it was really cool. So maybe we'll pull some gems like that today. So here's a New Year postcard. So I think that'll be one more in there. That's an interesting one. It's got an actual pennant attached here made of like felt. So Merry Christmas from Baltimore. And I'm not sure where that one was from, but in any case, so we'll put that in stack one. Christmas greetings. a joyous Christmas day. Hey, I'd flip that. Thanks for coming in. Hope y'all are doing good. How are things up in Minnesota? Hey, purple turtle hobbies. How you doing? Good. I don't know if this is Joe or Nicole, but or both. But it's good to see y'all. This is the third round of these postcards that I've done. I've done two previous shows and really haven't made a dent in them. I've actually still got some that I haven't even pulled out of the box yet. So I've got so many I thought I'd do this pop up today. Let's see, I lost count, but we'll stick one more in there. Looks like another maybe New Year's postcard. So we'll put those in stack two. And then we got a New Year's postcard. It's kind of unusual to see this many of this kind of themed. I won't count this one. It does have a big crease in it, so we will not count that one. Here's another New Year's postcard. Ooh, I hate to hear that, Joe. Well, thanks for popping in, Purple Turtle Hobbies. Here's another New Year's with the horseshoe on it. 1913. So far, yeah, all these have been early 1900s. This is another one I won't count. It's a cool postcard, but it's got a big crease in it. So we're going to do one more. And this one, oh, this one's full of glitter. Wow, this one's on really thick cardstock too. A lot thicker than normal, but it says 1917, 1918 New Year's greetings. It was from Gustav Anderson, and it's got all kind of glitter on it. All right, so there's our three stacks for up top. And as I mentioned, if you win the main auction here, you can pick one of those. So, hey, Taste the Rain Bra. Anybody else that I missed? I'm Stuart with Franklin Hill Ventures here in Knoxville. Just decided at the last second to do a pop-up postcard show. Try to get rid of a few more of these postcards. So now we'll go ahead and stick 10 down, and then we'll start the auction and go from there. So here's a Happy New Year, number 2. Here's some foreign language here. It looks German. Yeah, and it looks like it maybe has a, oh, it's Finland. So it's got a Finnish stamp on there. So that's 3. Here's number 4. It's got a windmill on it. They just wrote, I don't know if that was the price of the postcard or the price of postage, 15 cents. Oh, let me turn this on too. Give a little more light. Here is, so we've hit a couple of Finnish ones here. So you can see the Finnish stamp. I think that's 5. Here's another Many Happy Returns with a flower on it. Hope everybody's having a good Monday. Hope everybody had a Merry Christmas. Hope everybody has a fun New Year's coming up. We'll do what we usually do. We may go eat Mexican, and then we will just come home and watch TV. So that is usually our New Year's Eve. Then here's a little girl. This one does have some wear in the corners. It's another Finnish postcard, though, I think. So, hey, Aaron Leitner. That one's cool. Glad Pask. Yeah, another Finnish one. So we've hit a pretty good run of Finnish. As I mentioned, it's kind of unusual that we've seen this many in a row that are themed of some sort because they've just been all over the place. Here's another Finnish one. This one does have a pretty good crease in the corner. As I mentioned, these came out of a farmhouse here in East Tennessee. So, I mean, in addition to postcards, we got some other stuff too. A lot of other ephemera and then some just other antiques as well. Let's see, we'll do a couple more, then we'll start it. And they all start at $5, and you'll get everything in the stack. As many as I can throw in there in 45 seconds, plus any extra time due to bidding. And then you'll get to choose one of the stacks up top too. Let me just go ahead and see if I can make it through. Looks like I made it through the finished postcards. So we'll make this the last one, and then we will get the party started. I don't know if I do or not. I really haven't looked through the other stuff I got. I mean, they just had bins and bins and bins of ephemera and postcards. So if you want, here in a little bit, we can look through and see if there's any photos. I know I have some stereo view cards, which, are, I think I got a pretty big stack of those. I have no idea what the subject matter of them is, though. So, All right, tell you what, let's go ahead and get the first one pinned here. Postcard lot, pin. And then as a reminder, you're bidding on everything that was in this stack plus everything that I'll throw down in the 45 seconds. Okay, well, so we can show some stereo view here in just a little bit. And then you'll get your choice of any of the one stacks up top. So let me go ahead and start. And I try to go pretty fast with these just to get as many in the stack as I can for you. So let me go ahead and start the auction. We're going to do it for 45 seconds. And $5 starting bid. Well, if I can push the button. All right, that's running. So there's another finished postcard, it looks like. Here's a Thanksgiving souvenirs postcard. Here's another Thanksgiving cheer to you. Hey, Frizzy's Finds. Thanks for coming in. That's my cohort on a podcast that I do, the Finders Flippers Resale Podcast. There's another Thanksgiving cards. We're going to do a run of Thanksgiving cards here. Looks like so far we don't have any postcard people in here. These things have gone crazy the last couple of shows, so maybe you'll grab some good deals today. All right. Thank you, Joe Goes to 24. You're going to get on here. I'm trying to get as many in there as I can for you. So, all right. And that's your first purchase from me. And all this stuff will ship out tomorrow. All right. And then do you want stack 1, 2, or 3 up top? Jay Goza. I don't know why I said Joe Goza. Jay Goza. Number 2. All right. So I think all those were mainly Thanksgiving postcards. Let's see. I do not have a sticky with your name on it yet. Let me write that down real quick. Well, I guessed right, I guess. Yeah, I had one of the people who was in my last auction message me, and they're like, "Man, I'm glad I got in early because she got some good deals." Because later on, after I got the show going for a while, like a couple of the postcard albums I sold went for like $250, $300, which I mean, that's like I don't hardly ever sell anything that expensive, so it was pretty exciting. But they did have some really, really cool postcards in them. All right, so I'm going to take these 2 pennies away. So once the pennies are gone, we move those off to the side. But let me go ahead and put 5 more up top. Thank you so much, Joe. All right, so we have a happy birthday postcard here, 1915. Then we have with best wishes, undivided back. It does have a little bit of creasing there. As I mentioned, I would call most of these postcards like fair to good. A lot of them are unposted that we've seen, not so much today, but in the past shows. But who knows how long they've been sitting in these boxes in this farmhouse. Here's Hearty Greetings, 1917, 4, and 5. It said, I should worry, buy a hat, and get trimmed. All right, so that'll make number 5 there. All right, so we'll go ahead and get 10 on the table. Hey, Bambi Silva, thanks for coming in. Anybody else I missed? I'm Stuart with Franklin Hill Ventures. Just did so I do it last second, a pop-up postcard show today. I do have a not ephemera pop-up, like an ephemera unboxing show scheduled for Friday. And it's going to be most of the stuff probably I pulled out of the farmhouse. Although I've got so much stuff in the garage to go through that I haven't even looked at. We may go through some of that too. So, and then a week from Friday, I'm going to come back to postcards. All right, so this says the Oriental Dance, 1918, I think it is. Oh, this one's in really, really rough condition, so we'll throw it in, but it's, poor for sure. Here's something German, maybe 1912. I don't know if it's a New Year's postcard. Looks hand tinted though. Oh, it's another one of the Finnish postcards. And then here's this lady in a hat. Somebody's like scribbled through the writing down there for some reason. Another maybe Finland again. I think that's the same stamp we've been seeing. So there's 4. Oh, this one's cool. Look at this hat she has on. 1909. That one took 2 stamps. I guess the hat's really heavy. This one's, I've not seen one like this before. This one says best wishes, and it's like needlepoint. Um, I don't see a date on it, but it says on something. I can't read it. Might be in another language. But yeah, anyway, I don't know if anybody else has seen one like this. You know, Joe, we have seen a lot of Valentines come up, but I really don't know. As I mentioned, I don't know if you're in here when I showed what's behind me. Let me just show you real quick. I mean, it's all these back here. Um, and they don't seem to be any particular order, and I just randomly pull from different places. So maybe we'll get some we'll get some Valentines. But we found some Halloween. We found, as I mentioned, that Chicago White Sox card from 1908 last show, and it was really really cool. Um, Actually, I think we found 3 Halloween postcards in total between the 2 shows. Um, Here, let me. I gotta grab some more from back here. Here, let me pull from a different spot, so maybe we'll get some different ones here. Yeah, so here's like a linen postcard, Mount Washington, White Mountains, New Hampshire. I've lost count, so we'll just put several more in here. Here's something from Deep River, Connecticut. It says it's the golf clubhouse. Then here's St. Mary's Hospital in Waterbury, Connecticut. 1909 on that one. Then here's Stafford Springs, Connecticut. And then here's Saving Rock proper. Let me do one more and then we'll start the auction and keep throwing. Here's Brantford Point House, undivided back, 1909. Got the cool 1 cent Benjamin Franklin stamp on there. So, all right, let me go ahead and run next. And we are off and running. There's Water Street, Torrington, Connecticut. I'll try to go fast. The Old Town Mill. Here's Sandy Beach with the postmark on the front. Here's the YMCA building in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Here's a real photo type postcard. Chocura Mountain, White Mountains, New Hampshire. Sorry about the glare there. And here's something New Hampshire. There's Victor Hugo. Thank you, Joe. That was smart to go last second. You get a few more. The New Dam family. I've seen that on like a print too, I think, before. All right. Number 1, 2, or 3. You're getting some good cards. Number 2 again. And if anybody knows anybody who likes postcards, feel free to tag them. Let's see. So we'll pull those. So those can each run one more time, and then we'll get our next 5. That looks like Holy Land of some sort. It's I guess it's a ship line. The Grace Line says the leading line between New York, Havana, Panama Canal, Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, Bolivia, and Chile. So it must be a like a cruise line of some sort. Thanks for sharing it. Thanks for the share there, Joe. The Narrows, Loon Lake. There's 2. Here's the Loon Lake House. And then here's the boathouse at Loon Lake. So wherever Loon Lake is, you got 3 of those. Here's Old Man of the Mountain, which did not fall. I think it fell several years ago. That one's in New Hampshire. We'll go ahead and throw one more in there. And that's the White Mountains, New Hampshire entrance to Crawford Notch. All right, let me pull a few more so I make sure I've got enough to go through here. All right. Hey, Sherry TFT, we're doing postcards today. Sushi King, anybody else I've missed? Stuart with Frankenhill Ventures. All these postcards came of a farmhouse here in East Tennessee, and this is the 3rd show that I've been running through them. So enjoy. you're seeing them at the same time I am, so it's been fun going through these. Here's the square in North Street in Pittsfield, Massachusetts, undivided back 1907. Here's a bright and happy Christmas. And then here is Christmas greetings. Then I'll run a lot of stereo view cards after this because I know somebody had asked for them, and we'll do them similar. Either, and I won't put any up top. I'll just like maybe put 10 down and then run some for 45 seconds. So, all right. So this is Ocean Park in Oak Bluffs, Massachusetts, and then here's Main Street in Niles, Michigan. That one's cool. That's Moonlight on the Connecticut, Springfield, Massachusetts. I guess it must be the Connecticut River. There's Crescent Hill Residence, Springfield, Massachusetts. I remember I said like last show, you've made it when your residence is on a postcard. Here's the Soldiers Monument in Holyoke, Massachusetts. Here's Anne Hathaway's cottage, Stratford on Avon. So I guess that's England. Yep. So we got a different stamp there. Here's a railroad postcard. This is the Willie Brook Bridge, Crawford Notch in New Hampshire. So we're hitting a lot of New Hampshire postcards here. Oh, this one's cool. Native American image on there. Summit House. Not sure where that is, but it says the Indian camping ground on the shores of the lake was a favorite resort for the savages. Well, and then there's the back of that one. Let me do a couple more, then we'll get it started. Hey, Douglas Scott. Hey, Calcatite. Thank you for stopping in. There's the Hotel Pagana, Capri. All right, one more and then we'll get it started. So there's Rome. So looks like we're into some foreign postcards here. All right, so we'll do 45 seconds. You'll get everything in this stack, plus you'll get to pick one of the stacks up top. So, and if you just got in and you win and you want to see any of those, let me know. So here we go. We'll go ahead and run next. All right, that's running. Looks like a foreign postcard of some sort. Here's the Kanaya Hotel in Japan. So it looks like we're into Japanese postcards here. Some cherry trees, cherry blossoms. Yeah, so we're into a run of Asian or Japanese postcards. And then here's I Love a Mason. So there's a Masonic postcard. I know a lot of people collect Masonic stuff. More cherry blossoms. That one's really pretty. Japan. This one looks like Connecticut here. Wow, no bids. I think that's the first time in 3 shows that I've run and not got a bid. So I'll tell you what, we'll set these off to the side there. And then maybe I'll just add to this stack when we run it again. I'll tell you what, let me just run it one more time with, we'll just make a bigger stack. And then if it doesn't run, we'll move over to the stereo view cards. So let me go ahead and start this real quick. So you're going to get still everything in the stack, choice of 1. And here we go. So there's the Eastman Hotel. There's some kind of silver plate stuff, I guess. Here's the Palisades, Hudson River, New York. If I can get it off, well. And then there's Country Club and Golf Links in Kingsport, Tennessee. Thank you, Grandma Sherry. Oops, these are duplicates. So, goodness, there's a lot of that one. There we go. So there's the next one, South Pole in Maine. Getting a lot of postcards in this one. White Mountain, New Hampshire. And then Oakland Farms in Newport, Rhode Island. All right. So do you want 1, 2, or 3 up top, Grandma Sherry? Number 3. Yeah, that's cool with the glitter flag on it. Let's see, where did my stickies go? What did I do with them? Oh, they're underneath these postcards. Grandma Sherry 14. So where's everybody from who's in here today? As mentioned, I live in Knoxville. All right, so tell you what, let me run a few stereo. California. Okay, I had a request to do some stereo view cards. So I'll tell you what, let me do these the same way, except I'll put 5 down and then we'll run it for 45 seconds. Oh, Chattanooga. I used to work at Erlanger, so I am very familiar with Chattanooga. So let me go back over here to here and pin miscellaneous ephemera. All right, so what we'll do is we'll put 5 of the stereo view cards down and then we'll run it for 45 seconds, and however many you get, you'll get. So this one says a stitch in time saves 9. This is from Weller's Celebrated Stereoscopic Treasures, the Littleton View Company. I know Littleton made a lot of these. Here's Now, My Dear, Let Me Explain. It just happened this way. And I don't know if anybody's ever had one of the stereo viewers. I usually sell those in my booth when I get them. But you can actually, if you look at these right, you can like do it without the viewer, like cross your eyes or whatever. This one says Dimples leaves for Paris and Mr. and Mrs. Honeysuckle revel in deepest affection. And then I'll tell you what, this one's got a crease in it, so I'm gonna count it. So love so constant, all shall know shall change. So let's see, that's 3. Here's number 4. Mr. and Mrs. Honeysuckle's new cook. You can see that. And then 5, we have For Thy Bountiful Blessings I Thank Thee. All right. And we will just go ahead and start this. 45 seconds, $5 start, and we'll see how many we can get through. And here we go. So here's Warm Milk. There's Mrs. Jones comes back unexpectedly. Then there's Always Take a Horse You Can Drive with One Hand. And here's Photographing Their Country Cousin. Here's Needed Repairs. So she's mending right on the boy's rear end there. Never Too Fate to Mend. And then there's Often the Sunday Stilly Night. And here's this one's cool. There's a little dog and a girl. That's a cool subject there. And then finally, we have the Beautiful Rock Formation in the Petrified Forest. So, all right, so those will be going to Secret Grotto. Yeah, and Secret Grotto, come back on Friday for sure at 1 o'clock if you're available, because I mean I'll be going through a lot of like miscellaneous ephemera then. Oh, hey, bookends. I'm doing mainly postcards today. I just did a lot of stereo view cards, and I'm gonna go back to postcards. Maybe later we can look through some of the other miscellaneous ephemera there is. So, what did I do with that big stack that didn't get a bid last time? Where did I put it? Golly, I'm like losing everything. I mean, I just had it. I was going to start with that stack. It's not behind there. Huh, that is so strange. Well, let me go ahead and put 5 up here. I'll go ahead and leave those there since. So here's Glenwood Springs, Colorado. Here's Warehouse Point, Connecticut, 1909. There's 2. Here's a railroad tunnel. Moffett Road, Colorado, 3. Here's something in Los Angeles. And here's the Poland Spring House in South Poland, Maine. And I'll go in and here's another Poland Maine, so I'll go in and stick that one up there too. Golly, and then let me figure out what I did with that big stack that I had. I mean, it was literally right in front of me, and now I can't find it. It was the huge stack of postcards from last time, though. I wonder what I did with them. Huh. That is very, very strange. Did I? Well, I guess I'll just pull some more, and they'll probably turn up here in just a second. Let me pull some from over here. All right. It's still going to bother me to. Where could I have stuck? I mean, it was literally a stack, this thick. Maybe I stuck them back in the thing without thinking about it. Oh well, it doesn't really matter. I've got plenty. So here's Glovely from Above. So we'll go ahead and put 10 on the table. Here's another one, Clovely, the Hobby Drive. Hey, Mr. Wendell. Hey, R Swede. Hey, RCC08. This one's got a hole in it, so we won't count it, but we'll throw it in. So for any of you just joining, and I know Bookends has been into my last two shows, but we'll get 10 or so on the table, and then I'll throw as many down as I can in 45 seconds. Whoever wins can also pick one of the stacks up here. Seems to have been fun for everybody, so I figured I'd keep doing it that way. Here's the Rose and Chester, maybe? Probably England. Yeah, all these look like from the same series here. And I mean, the postcards, I pulled all these out of a farmhouse and they are in no order. I mean, they were just randomly put in all these boxes, and we found everything from Christmas, all the holidays, couple of Halloween postcards. Found a really cool baseball postcard in one of the albums last show. I'll go ahead and get through this. Like, these are all like the same series, so I'm going to put all these in here to start with. All right, so that's at least 10 there. I will mention some of these have like a little bit of maybe a bend to them, if you can see that. Maybe, can kind of see that one's not laying completely flat. So, all right. Oh, let me go ahead and switch back to the postcard lots. Let me pin that. All right, we'll go ahead and start auction. 45 seconds, $5 start, and here we go. The salmon series. Whoops, sorry about that. I know we've seen some of those in past shows as well. Here's some elephants. That one does have a crease in it. Here's some ladies sitting around doing something at Christmas, it looks like. It's not even really a postcard. That looks like more. It says Christmas 1936. We'll keep it in there, though, but it's a photo. Broadway and 33rd Street in New York City. Thank you, Millicent's Memories. Grant's Tomb in New York City. Fort Griswold House, New London, Connecticut. And welcome in, Millicent. People are getting some good deals right now. So, like you said last time, you got to get in early. Here's the boardwalk in Atlantic City. All right, Millicent's Memories. Do you want 1, 2, or 3? Let me know if you want to see anything that's in those. This one was cool. It's got this pennant. Yeah, I don't know if I'd ever seen one like that. So it's actually got a felt pennant attached. Let's see. I think I've already got a sticky for you. There you are. Millicent's Memories. Right there. It's still going to bother me what I did with that big stack of postcards. But, oh well. All right. So one got saved. We'll pull these over to go to the dollar auction at the end. And then we'll fill that one back up. Fill that one up and pull one of those. All right, so let's get our 5 for up top. It's just like a pencil drawing, it looks like almost. Here's England Lake Hotel in Windermere. That's the same one. Running into a lot of duplicates in this stack. I'm just going to set all those aside. Like a real photo type postcard. It says where Nelson died. Is that Nelson from The Simpsons? And then tablet on board the HMS Victory, marking spot where Nelson fell. So these are all ship postcards. These are pretty cool. Quarter deck looking forward. And then here's the HMS Victory figurehead. Is that Horatio Nelson? Who is Nelson? I know I've heard that name in history. Nelson's dining room. And then here's the HMS Victory. So I'm not sure how old these are. And as I mentioned, this whole stack had a little bit of a, like a curl to it. So just wanted to point that out. We'll put a few more. This one's got some tears in it. Something judge. I can't read it, but anyway, I'll go ahead and get through. There's a couple more of these real photo types. I'll go ahead and include them in the initial stack here. There's Manor House and Scrooby, not Scooby, but Scrooby. And then there's Brewster's Pew at the Scrooby Church. It just says copyright, but it doesn't have a date. So I'm not sure what year these are from, but it says copyright real photograph Scrivens. What year would you say these are, Millicent? Any? Lord Nelson. Okay. There's Scrooby Church interior, 1930s. So I'll go ahead and continue with these till we get through these because these all are like the same. And then there's the Scrooby Church, and then that gets us out. So a pretty good stack there to start with. Let me just show you. I mean, some of those do have some curl to them. So let me go ahead and run next, and we'll get it started. All right, and we are running. So there's Southampton. This was like, oh, here we go. This is some kind of military ships. Look at the old Ironsides almost type. Here's a landscape postcard that folds. So then we have Palm Beach, Florida. Palm Beach, Florida again. And we got a real photo of some sort here. Some man with a beard. Then we have a garden at Furnace, St. Michael's in the Azores. Looks like Millicent may get another one for $5. And we'll go ahead and throw that one in too. Oh, I never filled up. Let me throw 5 cards out there real quick. And I'll go ahead and stick these in your stack. And then you can let me know which number you want. So there's 1. Here's 2, Fort Ethan Allen. Then here's Camp Devens, Massachusetts. Camp Meade, Maryland. And then Daytona, Florida. So we'll stick with those in 3. And then the Broadway and Chambers Building, New York. The Cedar Pavilion in Pennsylvania. Middlesboro, Massachusetts. Wheeling Wharf, Undivided Back. Then Magnolia, Massachusetts. And one more. This S. Fernando. So that'll go in 1. So 1, 2, or 3 there, Millicent. 3. All right. That'll go in your stack. And then we'll pull those and put 5 more up there. All right, I need to pull some more. It's nice to be able to afford some today, isn't it? The last show got a little crazy. So here's Woodstock, Vermont. And here's South Station, Boston, Maine. Yes, I'm not complaining. Don't get me wrong, but I do not often have shows like that. So here's a Christmas card, a Merry Christmas. I haven't seen any Valentine's yet. Somebody asked about that. There's the Old South Church in Boston. And then there's the hallway of this House of the Seven Gables in Salem, Massachusetts. And I'll go ahead and throw one more. That's a cool one. That one's Greater New York shopping or shipping on West Street. So, all right. So let's get our 10 down. This is the seawall at Huntington Bay, Long Island. No date that I can see. We won't, well, yeah, this one's got some damage to it, but that's the Merrimack River. Here's the Hamilton from the mountain. Here's Saratoga Lake. Here's the post office at Waterbury, Connecticut. That one's from Arthur. Undivided back. There is the Brooklyn, New York entrance to the Greenwood Cemetery. Hey, Dry Creek Trading Company, thanks for coming in. Doing a last second postcard pop-up show here. Here's Bidford, Maine, I think it is. Another undivided back. There's the Cumberland Head Lighthouse. Cool postcard. Unfortunately, it does have a pretty bad crease there in that corner. So this one's got, I guess this one's got some advertising on the back. Compliments of Bailey's Music Rooms, Edison Phonographs, Victor Talking Machines, Records, and Sheet Music in the YMCA building. And then here's the Zenas Crane residence in Milton, Massachusetts. And then here's a lady on a pond. It says September. That's all it says. It says, am out of something. Thank you for remembering me. So 1911 there. Let me do a couple more, then we'll get it started. That one's Israel Putnam's Wolf Den in Connecticut. And one more. And that's the Henry W. Oliver Building in Pittsburgh. Tell you what, let me throw some of these that I had duplicates out. Let me just throw them on the stack. Slowly get through these. There's one of those. There's one of those. And there's one of those. All right. So I think I got enough to get through here. All right. We'll go ahead and start this one. And it is running. So this is Boating on the Pond in Beverly, Massachusetts. This one says A Toast, 1907. Then we have Chemistry Building at the University of Cal, Berkeley. Thank you, Bookends. Here's the Dam in Waterbury, Connecticut. Here's West Entrance to the Mining Building. We've seen this was a World's Fair. We've seen a lot of these mogul cigarette cards come up throughout the 2 shows or the 3 shows now. There's the room in which Shakespeare was born. And not sure what that is. Looks like we'll get one more in there. All right, Bookends. And 1, 2, or 3 up top. Hey, Upstate Ray. Hey, Brenda's Keepers. Anybody else I missed, thanks for coming in. Doing obviously postcards today, and these all came out of a farmhouse here in East Tennessee. This is the 3rd show that we've done with these, and probably have maybe 2 or 3 more because I have so many to go through. All right, let me fill that back up. Well, actually, that moves that over to the dollar auction. We'll move that over there. All right, then we'll get new ones up top for 2 and 3. Chrome of the St. Paul, Minnesota skyline. There's Paris. Then there's Versailles. Here's another Paris. So we're into a run of Paris cards here. Let me do one more. And we'll put that one in there. So we'll put those in 2. And then looks like 3 will also have Paris postcards in it. And here is Uday Schlitter School, Franz Halls, whoever that is. And then there's St. Celia Oratory, Mission Inn, Riverside, California. And I'll put one more up there. That's the banqueting hall in the castle, the Edinburgh Castle. All right, let me grab some more from back here. Let's grab from here. All right, let me get one ready to go. So we have some camels, and this is now running. So that's Egypt, an Egyptian postcard. This one said, oh, don't bid because I need to get my 10 down. So just let this run while I put them down. Here's number 3. So yeah, don't bid on these. General view from Palace Pier in Brighton. There's Buckingham Palace. That's an old view of Buckingham. Look, no gate. Well, yeah, I guess there is a gate around it. And then there's, not sure what that is. Montreux. And there's fishermen mending nets somewhere. And so these must be Holy Land postcards here, because here's view from the Mount of Olives. Here's another, I don't know if that's Damascus, it's Damas. So yeah, another one of the Damas. And then here's the Funchal Bay from East Madeira. And there's another Madeira with the train. I don't know what kind of thing this is. Do they carry him, I guess? That's wild. Let me crank the brightness up on my phone real quick. There we go. And then here's Athens, the Acropolis. And there's Constantinople. It's Istanbul, not. And then whatever that is. I think that gives us enough to start with. All right. And I'm going to get the first one ready to go. And that is now run. Well, start auction 45. Now it's running. So there's the RMS Corfu. So a ship postcard. Here's another ship postcard. The RMS Asania, I think. Canard. It's the Canard lines. Here's another one of those landscape postcard, panoramic postcards. So we got a bunch of ships here. That one's also Canard. I think these are maybe all Canard postcards. There's the RMS Antonia. Here's the P&O Narkenda. Here's Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. There's the Liberty Bell. All right, good luck there, Millicent. Here, I'll throw this next one in too. And do you want 1, 2, or 3? 3. All right. Let's see, Millicent's memories. All right, so that kills number 1. All right, so let's fill our slots back up top. Hey, Nona B, thanks for coming in. Here's the somebody, looks like a friar. Then here's Step Lane in Nantucket, Massachusetts. Here's Sandcady Head Lighthouse in Nantucket, Massachusetts. Here's Moore's End Colonial Doorway, Nantucket, Massachusetts. And then there's St. Paul's Cathedral, London. Let me do one more. And there's Granada, some park. So we'll stick that there. Then you have Seville. Here's a church at the Lake of Furnace in the Azores. Hey, Off the Gravel, thanks for coming in. Doing postcards today. Here's the Monument Brunswick. 3. Here's some kind of something. Just about out of this stack of foreign postcards. So there's Frenzy. Looks like the Pope. Wow, look at that. That is, I can't read which one it is. It's just not see on the back. It was written in 1922, Easter, April 16th, 1922. This is the cathedral in Milan, I guess, at Milan. We attended service here Easter morning. The singing was beautiful. Oh, here's the lions getting ready to go eat people in the Colosseum. Hey, Zippy 1212, off the gravel. Here's another Rome. Definitely foreign heavy in this lot. I'll pull from a different spot next time to give us some variety. Here's the rock from the bathing pavilion in Gibraltar. Here's Hyde Park in London. And then there's one that looks kind of like an oil painting. It's from that salmon series. We've seen quite a few from there. And then here's some with chickens. I'm just going to go in and get through this little stack here, and then we'll start the auction. And then here's like a Koopy doll, the Koopy Cook. 19 doesn't have a date, but yeah, July 10th. But it was sent to White Ship, Rhode Island. So Koopy doll. And then here's a, well, African American, Black Americana. Here's the Hamburg America line. That one does have a pretty bad crease in it. Here's the Canard White Star line, the Corinthia. I think that's what that one says. And then here's the Canadian Pacific Liner Duchess of Richmond. And then finally, here's the Bathhouse in White Sulphur Springs, West Virginia. So starting with quite a few more than 10 there, but I just wanted to get through that stack. Let me pull some more from back here. Let's pull from, let's try over here. I haven't pulled any from here yet. I'm going to go ahead and throw this one down because it's got some damage. So, all right, let's go ahead and run next. Here we go. Let me go ahead and put the 5 up there. Keep forgetting to do that today. Not on my A game today for some reason. This is the Concord, New Hampshire railway station. It does have a little damage there. This is a pineapple field. Also has a little damage. And then there's the bathing house in Asbury Park, New Jersey. That one's got a crease. It's kind of hitting a run of. Okay, here we go. One finally didn't have a crease or anything. The telephone cable across the Connecticut River, so we'll call that one 1. Here's the Ownfield Point Road in Greenwich, Connecticut, 2. And then the Lake and Wade Park in Cleveland, we'll call that one 3. And then 2 more up top. Boat landing in Lakeville, Connecticut. And then Rustic, say, mister, can you play the old Bull and Bush? That one also has a crease, but we put enough in there that, so I think we're good. All right, let's go ahead and get this started. And 45 seconds. For anybody just coming in, you're bidding on everything in this pile plus anything that I throw down in the 45 seconds. And then you can choose one of the stacks from up top if you win. So here we go. So here's a happy Christmas to you. Here's hearty Christmas greetings. Here's Merry Christmas to you. 19, not sure what that one is. There's the $1 Million Pier in Atlantic City. Look at the cool plane there. That's cool. 1918, I think it is. Here's a real photo. Something, Rhode Island, maybe. There's the sandy beach on Woodmont on the Sound. Here's the Starved Rock. Birthday greetings. Thank you, Secret Grotto. And there's New England Granite Quarry in Concord, New Hampshire. And then there's the scene at the state fairgrounds. Getting a big stack in this one. Pyramid Park in North Dakota. And then we have New Haven, Connecticut, West Rock. Oh, we've actually got an auction this time. Here's a real photo of the Barney Castle in Redwood, New York. Here's Among the Birches and the Interlaken Dock in Lakeville. Here's the Brooklyn Bridge. That's a cool one in New York. Here's the Tower of Progress. Looks like a Pan Pacific Expo, wherever that was. And then Collinsville, Connecticut, Main Street. The Weekapaug Inn in Weekapaug, Rhode Island. Some more silver plate. I think we saw one of those earlier. All right, Grandma Sherry. And then this one, Main Street, showing Poles Theater in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Thanks for the bids, everyone. 1, 2, or 3. Number 1. All right, I think you gotta, whoops, sorry about that. Add this to your stack. And just an FYI, I mean, these will just all ship like together since they're all just random lots. I'm not separating them out into like different lots. So you'll just get a big stack of postcards. And so I just wanted to let you know that. All right, let me grab some more so we can put our stack of 5 up top. Let's see, let me pull from the back here. I haven't pulled back there yet. Right here's the Fine Arts Museum in Boston. It's a little bit newer. Barrington House in Great Barrington, Massachusetts. Here's St. Paul's Church in Newburyport, Massachusetts. And then here's the high school in Westfield, Massachusetts. Here's the Pavilion in Montpelier, Vermont. And let's put one more in here. Here's Bryant Hall, New Hampshire. All right, let me go ahead and get our 10 down. This is Old Stone Bridge in Keene, New Hampshire. That one's 1943. There's the stamp on that one. Here's Mount Frankenstein from Willie Camps in Crawford Notch in New Hampshire. Looks like a real photo postcard here. No information about where that is, but it's some lake scene. Here's Plymouth in 1622. That's a polychrome from S. Burbank. Here's the U.S. Lifesaving Crew at a beach drill in Brant Rock, Massachusetts. They look serious. 1907. Here is Bathing Beach in Newport, Rhode Island. This one does have a creased corner there. And somebody partially removed the stamp. 1906. Here's a Happy New Year. 1907. St. Andrew's Protestant Episcopal Church in Meridian, Connecticut. Here's the entrance to Lyra Park in Meridian, Connecticut. And here's a bird's eye view from top of Georgia State Savings Bank building in Savannah, Georgia. And then here's the first level canal in Holyoke. Is it Holyoke or Holyoke, Massachusetts? And then we'll put one more. Here's a geyser in Shasta Springs, California. That one's from 1904. That's one of the older ones that we've seen. Cool stamp. Look at the Benjamin Franklin stamp. So, all right. So let's go ahead and get ready to run next. And this one's running. So here's the Salem, Massachusetts, some house in Salem. Here's Toronto, Yonge Street. Here's Chittahango Falls. Does have some wear along the edge there. Here's a surf at Lighthouse Point in Watch Hill, Rhode Island. It's another real photo of the residence of F.F. Bootsow. Undivided back, Washington's mansion in Mount Vernon. Here's a railroad postcard, the view of Upper Cove, or it's got railroad tracks, no train. There's something. Oh, Mammoth Hot Springs. Looks like Bookends is going to take this one for $5. And there's the last one. 1, 2, or 3 Bookends. number 1. Let's see. Have you gotten any of the other postcards that you got from me, Bookends? I want to make sure. I haven't been checking to make sure ones have made it. Surely ones from the first show have made it by now. So that takes care of those. All right, so let's do 5 more up top, or 10 more. There's Duchess of Bedford. Haven't opened them yet. It'll be like Christmas. East Hall. Well, hopefully the box looks okay. So knock on wood, the post office has done a good job for me during the holiday season. But I know, like, early on, like 15 days before Christmas, I dropped off 30 packages at the post office, and it literally took like 8 days before any of them got scanned. So I was starting to get a little nervous, but they eventually all did make it. So there's stack 1. There's the Art Institute in Chicago. There's Dear Cousin something. I don't know what that is. 2. There's the South Hall in Mansfield, Pennsylvania. And then here's a Meet Me in the Old Home Day Tent at the Springfield Fair, 1906. And then here is Columbia University Library, New York. I'm going to put a couple more up top. Do that one, and then Concord, New Hampshire. All right, let me grab some more. Let's grab from over here. Hey, Harpoon. All right, so we got this one, this Indian Maiden. Undivided. No, it does have a divided back. That's Schlesinger Brothers. Here's a ship of some sort. It's another Finland postcard. Back to some Finnish postcard. Why? But it's easy to catch suckers in Ardmore, Pennsylvania. Anybody goes to Ardmore, remember that? There's 3. Hey, Mighty Annie. I've got my eyes on you. 1915. There's 4. Ireland, I love you. Yes, Mighty Annie and I have something in common. We share the same anniversary date. Here's another ship postcard. I'm not sure what ship it is, but it looks Finnish. Then here's the fist that has the punch. Probably around World War I era there. I guess that's Uncle Sam's fist. And then I'll tell you what, I'm going to save that. There's a whole bunch of, tell you what, I'll put a couple of these down and then we'll get through. It's like a whole series here, it looks like. So some well-dressed, if you like clothing of the period, and these are all Finland. Let me go ahead and put a couple more and then we'll start the clock. So an interesting mix here of different things. Tell you what, let me just go ahead and get through all these. I don't know if these were some kind of advertisements for a clothing shop or just showing different dress styles of the day in Finland, but because I can't read this up here. All right, so we'll go ahead and get the clock started now. For anybody just coming in, we're doing 45 seconds. You're going to get, if you win, you'll get everything in the stack, which is these first ones, any that I get in the 45 seconds, and then you can choose one of the stacks up top as well. So let's go ahead and run next. So this one says, I hear you calling me. So it looks like these are all like, poems or something. Queen Among the Heather. There's Ye Banks and Braes. There's another queen among the heathers. That one's a duplicate. Oh no, they're not. They're different pictures, just the same saying. This one does have a crease in the corner. Your wedding day. All these are unposted. Here's I Hear You Calling Me. These are pretty cool. My Heart is Far Away with Lily Bell. And then Sweet Milk would sour at the honey of your smile. And then there's When There's Love at Home. They got their little daughter there. And then In Our Little Home When Dreams Come True. Here's Home Sweet Home. Here's Though We Must Part at Duty's Call, You Hold My Thoughts, My Heart and All. So a soldier telling his girl goodbye there. And Millicent's Memories got that one. Nice lot. And 1, 2, or 3 up top. Number 2. So this will go in the Millicent's Memory stack. And that will get rid of those. All right, let's go ahead and get our 5 up top. Hey, welcome in, Day Tripper. Anybody else I miss? Hey, Sprink Love. So, gosh ding, is this the life for me? Girls go wild about me. What I saw through the keyhole in Newport, Rhode Island. I don't necessarily want to know what's going on there. So, Home was never like this. And then number 5, I Am Taking It Easy. Kind of a cool little run of cards we've gotten into here. Here's Easy to Get Them in Vacation Time. I Certainly Have No Kick Coming. And then this one says, My Cousin is a Sailor. Unfortunately, this one does have some damage. And then this one says, Some Babies I Fell In With. This dude's like, with all the ladies, I guess it's the same guy. I held a full hand at, and I guess you would write wherever you were there. And then finally, I'm going to be an express wagon when I come back. 1918. So another World War One era postcard. All right, let me get some more because I'm about out. All right, here's World War One. We dig a trench that'll end in Berlin. 1918. Another World War One. I'm some laundress. This is what I was doing a little while ago. 1918. This one says, This lamppost no good. Let's get one going our way. Then, Are You Looking for Me? This one's got quite a bit of staining and damage along the edge up there. Let's just throw that one in. Then we got Entrance to Riverside Cemetery, Rochester, New York. And then this one, I'm not sure what this one is. Oh, Shore Scene in Connecticut, somewhere in Connecticut. There's a Winter Scene in Middleton, Connecticut. Then Roses Are Not Half So Sweet. So you've had a lot of romantic postcards here. Here's No Visible Means of Support. This one's got quite a few creases in it. No date. Let's see. And then here's a You May Expect Me with a Train. 1916. And then there's A Story Without Words. It's like a film projector maybe there. Couple more. This is a foreign postcard. Hey, Printed Corn, welcome in. Anybody else I missed? Just if you're just coming in, I'm Stuart with Franklin Hill Ventures. Pop-up postcard show today. Make sure you also come on Friday at 1 o'clock Eastern time. I'm doing a kind of an ephemera unboxing. The same place I got all these postcards, I also got a bunch of just general ephemera that I'll be going through. And just like the postcards, I really have no idea what I have. So let me do a couple more and then we'll get it started. There's a Christmas postcard there. All right, let me grab a few more so I don't run out. All right, get ready here. And those are running. So here's an Easter postcard that's got like a little booklet inside. Here's another Easter postcard, and this is like almost feels like a satin or something that's in there. 1915. Here's Easter Joys. There's Best Easter Wishes. So we've got a pretty good run of Easter postcards here. Peaceful, Happy Easter. Wow, this one's all decked out. To my there you go. There's a Valentine's. Somebody was asking for Valentine's. Oops. Oh, that is one card. So yeah, that one's like, if you can see, it's like raised relief. Millicent's Memories. 1, 2, or 3. Number 3. Good lot. A lot of World War One soldiers and such in there. All right, so let me pull these and these. And let's put down 5 new ones. There's the Wentworth Building in New York City. There's the Trinity Building in Broadway in New York City. Here's Union Square in New York City. There's the Statue of Liberty with a cool biplane flying by it. And there's Pennsylvania Station in New York City. That one's got a little damage. We'll throw in one more here. There's Battery Park and Staten Island Ferry, New York as well. All right, so here's Christmas postcard. Hey, Turner, thanks for coming in. We're doing postcard lots. I'll put 10 or so down, usually more than 10. And then you're bidding on those 10 and as many as I can throw down in 45 seconds. If you win, you can also pick one up top. So here's Christmas greetings and another Christmas. So we had our run of Easter postcards. Now we're into Christmas postcards, it looks like. You never know what's going to pop up in these, though. That's for sure. Merry Christmas. A Joyous Christmas. That's got like one of the seals, Easter seals or something on the back. Christmas seals, I guess it would be. There's another Christmas with the black cat sitting in front of the fireplace. And we got, this one's creased up really bad. So, but you have Santa Claus with the little kid coming down the stairs, almost caught. And then we have Fly Eastern's great new Silver Falcon, the world's most advanced twin-engine airliner. So you got that one. Then you have the new type Constellation made famous by Eastern Airlines. And then Fly Eastern's new Silver Falcon. We'll do a couple more before we get started here. Here's the Hotel Piccadilly in Times Square, New York. And there's City Hall and Plaza in Philadelphia. And one more, then we'll start at Fountain of Light in Atlantic City, New Jersey. And let me go ahead and get one ready to go. So we got a Myrtle Beach postcard, and we're going to go ahead and start it right now. So that's Myrtle Beach. Here's the bathing pier in Atlantic City, New Jersey. There's another Atlantic City. My Alexa's talking to me in there. Did she hear me talking? Pritchell Hall, Baptist Assembly, Ridgecrest, North Carolina. There's another one of the same Baptist Assembly. Try to go fast. There's the Philadelphia Airport. There's another On the Boardwalk in Atlantic City. Moonlight view of the Still Pier in Atlantic City. Chrome one here, it looks like. Then we have the Yacht Club in Spray Beach. Then another Baptist Assembly in Ridgecrest. All right. Ellen, TM81, your first win from me. Thank you so much. Would you like 1, 2, or 3 from the top? And let me know if you want to see any of the ones in any of those stacks. Number 2. And let me write your name down. That is Ellen. Thank you so much. Put you over there, and we will. So that takes care of those. Yeah, and at the end, we'll run any of these that didn't get picked for $1 start. All right, so let's go and get our 5 for up top. Here's another Ridgecrest Baptist Assembly. We've seen several of those. There's the Gold Eagle in Beaufort, South Carolina. There's another Ridgecrest Baptist Assembly, another Ridgecrest Baptist Assembly. We won't count this one. It's got quite a bit of creasing in it, but it's 1908. So, and then here's the Northwestern Passenger Station in Chicago. So we'll put those in spot 2. And then for spot 1, we have Philadelphia Carpenters Hall. Then we have Mountain Birches. Then we have Purgatory in Newport, Rhode Island. Well, it's got a little bit of creasing in the corner there. This one's got some creasing. Newport, Rhode Island. Let's see up here. Then we have the Ferry in Jamestown, Rhode Island. Soldiers and Sailors Monument in Newport, Rhode Island. Got some creasing there. Here's at High Tide in Block Island, Rhode Island. So got some Rhode Island ones. Here's another Valentine's one. So second one of those we've seen for whoever was asking for those. And then there's Christmas Greetings. There's the Residence of E.T. Bedford in Connecticut. There's White House in Washington, D.C. There's the Washington Monument in Washington, D.C. Let me go ahead and just finish this stack out, then we'll get started. New National Museum in Washington, D.C. I think there was just one Valentine. Let's see. Yeah, the Cupid's greeting there. So there is one Valentine in the stack. And then here's Baltimore Street from McLean Place looking west. So let me get another stack here so we can add. I'll just go ahead and pull from here. All right, so run next, and we're running. Don't worry, because I don't ride. I'm as busy as a bee. It's like a Scout, maybe. That one's like folded almost. There's a restaurant somewhere, Pappas' Restaurant. This one's got a tear up here. The Ridgecrest Baptist Assembly. We've seen several of those. Here's Tarpon Springs, the Sponge Docks. I've been there before. Here's the Liberty Bell, I think. No, that's the 5th Naval District Headquarters building. And there's Convoy Escort Piers at the Norfolk Naval Base. Here is home of the famous Ennis painting, Tarpon Springs, Florida. There's some kind of Christmas tree. Try to get through these for you. Here's Atlantic City, New Jersey. Here is the Davis Hospital in Statesville, North Carolina. And finally, for Joe, we have the Barnegat Light in New Jersey. All right. Oh, here, let me stick you 5 more in one up here. I forgot to do that. So there's that one, Wise, North Carolina. There's College Hall, University of Pennsylvania in Philadelphia. There's 2. There's the Lighthouse in New Jersey. Here's the Philadelphia Airport. 4. And here's the Liberty Bell, Philadelphia. So 1, 2, or 3, Joe. And let me know if you need to see any of the stacks. But okay, number 3. Joe goes. So let me get those in your stack. All right, let's put our 5 up top. So we have gliding sails on the summer sea in New Jersey. We have whatever this is, the Mount Vernon Mansion. Then we have the Wise Tourist Court in Wise, North Carolina. We have the Baptist Assembly again. Then we have Flamingos and Nest in Florida. We'll do one more up there. Industrial section, a new bridge in Dubuque, Iowa. I think that's the first Dubuque, Iowa postcard we've seen. All right, so let's get our 10 down. Let me get a drink of water real quick. All right, this one's some road in Newark, New Jersey. Real photo of the gym and auditorium in Abraham Baldwin Agricultural College in Tifton, Georgia. I'm not even sure. This one doesn't. I don't even know if that's a postcard, but we'll throw it in. Here's the Davis Hospital in Statesville, North Carolina. Hey, Animal 324. Anybody else I've missed? Here's the New Ray Inn in Burnsville, North Carolina, listed in Duncan Hines. There's the Chesapeake Bay Bridge linking western and eastern shores of Maryland. There's the Memorial Stadium. That's in Baltimore, Maryland. That's where the Colts and the Orioles played. Greetings from the Ridgecrest Baptist Assembly again. Then here's Cocoa High School in Florida. The Hotel Carolina in Raleigh, North Carolina. Bon Clarkin. Up into Bon. We had a family reunion at Bon Clarkin one time. Flat Rock, North Carolina. And then there's a hedge of flame, vine, and hibiscus in Florida. A couple more here. Here's some chromes. It's like Florida postcards. And then finally, waiting for the throwing of the cross in Tarpon Springs, Florida on Epiphany Day. Let me grab a few more so I don't run out while I'm throwing them down. Let's see. Let's pull from, yeah. All right, here we go. Run next. And just for anybody who's just coming in, you're bidding on everything in this stack plus any that I can get down in 45 seconds. And then you can also pick one from up top if you're the winner. And we're running. So here's the Canadian Pacific Liner Empress of Britain. Here's the Cathedral, Wells Cathedral. Here's wishing you a joyous Easter. Here's Mount Fuji. The Chrome Beach postcard there. Another chrome of something. This one's got a big tear. We'll just throw it in, but here's this lady in bed says, gee, I'm thinking of you. Whatever this is. And we have this one. Oh, no interest. Maybe I won't. Okay. Tell you what, I'll just, let's see. Yeah, I'll just run it again and we'll just keep throwing down for 45 seconds and see if we can get a bid. Still wondering what I did with that other stack of postcards. That's so strange. All right, here we go. All right, so some people playing golf. Here's San Juan, Puerto Rico. Here's the Marion High School building in Indiana. Here's the Pentagon, an air view of the Pentagon. Here's the state capitol in Raleigh, North Carolina. Another chrome of some sort. Here is an birthday greetings. Here's Corpus Christi, Texas. Chrome of some sort. Oh, this one's cool. So it looks like a Christmas postcard with a star on it. And then we have Merry Christmas here. And we have, looks like another Christmas postcard, and then Mount Fuji. Oh, that's a cool Santa Claus postcard there. Then the tree. There's something feminine about the tree. Another chrome of some sort. This one's got glitter in it in the water. And then whoever this guy is says, I will be with you. Then this one's got a tear and it's got somebody's picture stuck on it. So sent a picture of herself. Foreign postcard of some sort. Another foreign postcard, it looks like. All right, Grandma Sherry. Nice big lot there. 1, 2, or 3 up top. Hey, Cat Stance Mom. Hey, the Bird and Co. Hey, Yay, Villagas. Anybody else I missed? I'm sorry if I'm butchering. Number 1, usernames. I'm good at that. Doing a pop-up postcard show today, trying to get through some of these postcards that I pulled out of the farmhouse. I've still got so many to go through. So let's see, that was Grandma Sherry. I'm getting a nice big stack over here. All right, so let's populate number 1. Here's Hawaii, Lahaina Resort in Maui. It's been to Maui before. Here's a cowboy. This one does have some damage in the corners there. Undivided back, 1907. Oops, sorry about that. It's like a restaurant of some sort. The Ramada Inn. Looks like some different Hawaiian postcards here. I'll go ahead and stick the rest of these in this stack. All right. Now let's get our 10 down. So we have, oh, this one's cool if you like Bugs Bunny. I don't know how old it is. Let's see, I don't know what date. Oh, 1961. So you got Elmer Fudd. I've been waiting to hear from you. Shoot me a line. And it says, What's up, Doc, on the back. So 1961, like Warner Brothers postcard. Here's the gate to the walled city. I think it's Holy Land, maybe. Probably Hawaii again. Mount Fuji, it looks like. Yep, Mount Fuji scene. Here's the state senate in Michigan, in Lansing, Michigan. Another hotel, San Juan, Puerto Rico. Went there one time on a cruise, or we left out of there on a cruise. Hawkins County Memorial Hospital. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you wouldn't see, well, yeah, they probably would not have Elmer with a gun in a postcard anymore. There's the old bridge at Bath, New Hampshire. There's the Department of the Interior in Washington, D.C. And the U.S. Treasury Building in Washington, D.C. There's the Sheraton Motor Inn. This one's got a pretty good crease in it right there, but that's Mount Pisgah. And then here's the scenery is wonderful, dear, but I am lonesome for you. 1957. And then here's letters from home are always welcome, Camp Meade, Maryland, 1918. So another World War I era there. Let me go and do one more here. There's the roller coaster and head of pier at the old Orchid Beach in Maine. Got a pretty little soft corner there. So, all right, let me grab some more back here. Yeah, there's I've had so much fun going through these. Like I said, I pulled them out of the farmhouse, and then just basically brought them into my house and started going through them and whatnot. So y'all are seeing them for the first time with me, and this is the 3rd show we've gotten out of these. And as I mentioned, probably get at least 2 more. I'm scheduled another, so I have an ephemera show this Friday at 1 o'clock, and it'll be more stuff I pulled from the farmhouse, but I'm not going to do postcards, or at least not many. It'll be more general ephemera. And then a week from Friday, I'm going to go back to the postcards, and I'll do a couple of these albums I have too. I'm not going to do any albums today, I don't think, but I will do them a week from Friday. Here's Main Street. Let me go in and start the auction. And we are running. So here's Main Street in Danbury, Connecticut. Here's the wedding party. We'll see who all likes Elmer Fudd. Here's Yonkers, New York. Here's the crew of the wrecked schooner, Harry Nolan or Nolan. There's some, I can't get it off. There's a church of some sort. Oh, it folds out and it's got a map. And then there's Bridgeport, Connecticut, a monument. There is Gathering Oranges in Florida. There's a boat, a lifeboat capsized with the crew underneath. I don't know how do they know the crew's under there. There's Pine Lodge in Norwalk Harbor, Connecticut. There's the lighthouse at Bridgeport, Connecticut. There's somebody in a rowboat. And then, all right, Bama. So is that like Alabama? And do you want 1, 2, or 3, Bama? I had 2 kids who graduated from Alabama. Yeah, so let me know 1, 2, or 3. Yeah, I had, and let me know if you want to see any of them too. So, hey, Rural Squirrel, thanks for coming in. Number 1. Yeah, so I live in Knoxville and had my oldest went to college at Charleston, then my second one went to Ole Miss, and my youngest 2 went to Alabama. So I could not get any of them to stay home. Although my son did eventually get his master's from UT, and he bought me a Tennessee Dad shirt. He said, "I know you've been waiting a long time for this." So, all right, let's. So both these go to the dollar stack. How you doing, Kristen? Thanks for coming in. We have to refill all of them. So let's see. So there. Kristen has been a guest on our podcast before that I do with Wes, the Slim Flipper, and Johnny from Frizzy's Finds. You can find us at Finders Flippers Resale Podcast on YouTube. So here's Main Street, Milford, Connecticut. Here's St. Anthony's at Yale College in New Haven, Connecticut. Yes, we really enjoyed having you on too. So the Bennett Memorial Fountain, and we just hit 200 subscribers, so we're going to be doing a live show probably in the next week or 2, some Wednesday night. We haven't decided for sure. This has some advertising for the McPhail Piano Company in Boston. And this is where President McKinley died. Let me do one more for this stack. Afternoon on the Boardwalk in Atlantic City, New Jersey. So we'll stick that one. We have a real photo of the Dutch Reformed Church in Flushing, New York. Then we have Old Day House in West Springfield, Massachusetts. Here's a real photo of Farmington River Bridge in Westgate, Connecticut. Then here is Yellowstone Park. Yeah, now we're back to more. As I pulled these out for these now 3 shows, there's just like no rhyme or reason to how these things were stored. Here's the new railroad station in Providence, Rhode Island. Here's the Senate Chamber in Albany, New York. Here's a Christmas postcard, Peace and Goodwill. Here's the summer home of Mark Twain. This one does have a crease in the corner, so we'll throw 2 more in there. Looks like a real photo from 1919. I don't know what it is. Just looks like somebody's lake house. And then finally, this is the State Road near Deposit, New York. 19, no date. So, all right, now let's get our 10 on the table or so. Hey, Marshmallow. Hey, Miners, Virginia Touch. Thanks for coming in. Here's the U.S. Post Office in Philadelphia. Here is a hospital, the Connecticut Hospital for the Insane. Hear my dog coming down the steps. Here's Hot Springs, Arkansas. Not sure what this one is, but it's got quite a bit of damage along the edges. But I'm not sure. This one also has some damage along the edge. That's Waterfront Silver Sands. Here's a real photo of some sort, ice something. Not sure where that is. 1909. Dear friend, I received your hostel. It was very kind of you to think of the little ones. And God willing, and too hard to read. Here's a Violet's Faithfulness. So you got a Violet's postcard. Then here's just to greet you, and that one looks like it's got roses on it. Then here's Warehouse Point and Windsor Lock Bridge in Connecticut. And then there's a real photo of somebody's house. That one's got the 4 triangles pointed up, so I think that means 1904 to 1918, sometime around in there. Let's do one more. Here is Niagara Falls. All right, let me get another stack out because I'm about out. Now let's pull from here. I don't think I've pulled from here yet. Hey, Don Stills. Hey, Tim and Huck. Unicorn Dust Designs, The Shabby Cottage. Thanks for coming in. We're doing postcards today. Getting ready to start 45-second auction. You're bidding on everything I throw down in the 45 seconds, plus what's already down there, and then you can also pick one from up top. So we're going to go ahead and run next. Hey, Bastiques. Haven't seen you in a while. Thanks for coming in. All right, here we go. That's running. There's Paris. Try to get through these as fast as possible so you get as many. There's Quebec, Canada. There's some kind of picnic. The playground's in Prospect Park in Brooklyn, New York. There's Leopold something. Whatever that is. Foreign postcard. I think we're into a little run of foreign postcards. That one's got a little, there's 2 of them. So you got that one, and then there's real photo of some sort. There is something Brussels. And then like roses on a card there. Wow, look at that cathedral. Trying to go fast. Another foreign postcard. Oh, this one's cool. Warren Point, Narrow Water and Castle. Then you have an Irish Colleen. There's some kind of real photo, Church Street. There's another one, Municipal Gardens. And then there's Clomo Stone, maybe Ireland or something. And then there's the Indian Totem Pole in Seattle. That one's got some wear along the edge. There's Hawaiian Islands. All right, bookends. Here, I'm going to throw that one in too. And 1, 2, or 3 up top. Number 3. All right, stick these in your stack. And we'll pull those pennies and add 5 more. We won't count this one. It's got a crease in it. That one's from 1907. And there's Concord, New Hampshire, First Church of Christ Scientist. And then there's Springfield, Massachusetts. There's New Bedford and Fairhaven Bridge. If there's a stamp that fell off one from somewhere. Here's the Grand Canyon. Oops, and then I'll go into whatever that one is. Massachusetts, Lake Quinsigamond. All right, and then we have Catholic Church in Brunswick, Maine. Science Hall at the University of Tennessee, so right down the road from me. Here's the Stone Bridge in Stamford, Connecticut. Here's the Hull House Settlement in Chicago. Here is Newark, New Jersey Prudential Building. That's Massachusetts, view on Millers River. Hey, Old But Money, Mess Jess Vintage. Thanks to everybody for coming in. Doing postcards today. Just decided at the last second to come on and do some. Trying to get through all these that I got out of the farmhouse. So here's Clock Tower at Brown University. Here's the west approach to the state capitol in Topeka, Kansas. And then there's the state capitol building in Topeka, Kansas. Here is the National Cemetery in Knoxville, Tennessee, also not too far from where I live. And there's Litchfield, Connecticut, the Foster School. And then here's Canberry Lake in somewhere. Can't really, Connecticut, I suppose, because that's where it's postmarked. And we'll do one more and then we'll start it. And then this is just says arrived here. Okay. So I guess this is wherever these people went in 1907. And this one's, I'm going to go ahead and throw this one down too before I start the clock because it's got a little crease there. Tell you what, let me grab some more so I don't run out. All right, here we go. 45 seconds. You're going to get everything that's already on the table plus everything I throw down. Then you can choose one up top. And we are running. So there's the municipal building in Westchester, Pennsylvania. Oh, this one's cool. It's the 12-inch gun, 1915. And then here's drilling recruits at Camp Dix in Wrightstown, New Jersey. Here's a baby doesn't know much, but father can't wear mother's nightgown and fool it when it's hungry. When the golden sun is setting and your mind from care is free, when you have a leisure moment, will you sometimes think of me? Here's Stop Your Tickling, George. That one's got some damage there. Tis better to have loved and lost than to be married and be bossed. There's something in Ardmore, Pennsylvania. It's a real photo from Marston, something. There's surf bathing in Newport Beach. There's the model school at State Normal School in Westchester, Pennsylvania. There's Scranton, Pennsylvania, home of the office. The New York Yacht Club Pier. There's Going Home to Wifey, so another World War I era postcard there. And there's We'll soon send you this letter. Let's have some where up there. There's Greetings from Princeton, so Princeton University with the football there. That one's cool. Then we have Would You Like to Dance the Rough House Wriggle with Me? All the folks in Fall River were just crazy to see me. And then there's Sorry I Can't Write Much by This Post. There's Cape May, New Jersey. There's another Atlantic City, New Jersey. Hey, we have the Ridgecrest Baptist Assembly again. That one does have some tearing. Ooh, there's another one with these banners. So Millicent took that one. If you can't vote, if you want, come to Philadelphia. 5 won't you vote or something. So that one's cool though. Another one of those felt pennants. And 1, 2, or 3, Millicent. Thanks for the bids, everyone. Number 1. Millicent's Memories. You've got both the pennants so far. Let's see. So let me pull these and pull these. If anybody likes pennants, I don't know everything I got from the Farmhouse Ephemera wise, but I know on Friday I'll probably at least be showing up. I'm not going to run these today, but I thought these were cool. We have Gold Rush Junction and Pigeon Forge, which is now Dollywood. Gold Rush Junction was the original name. Then we have Chimney Rock, North Carolina. And I'll bring these up Friday. So there's Cumberland Mountain State Park. Here's Lake Arrowhead, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I would guess these are probably from the 50s, maybe even a little older, just like based on the bathing suits and stuff. That one's torn. Myrtle Beach. Here's Limestone, Tennessee, the birthplace of Davy Crockett. Yeah, it was Silver Dollar City and then Gold Rush Junction. Yeah, Gold Rush Junction, then Silver Dollar City. So, well, I may have to see if my wife wants this. She works in Oak Ridge, but the Atomic Museum in Oak Ridge, Lake Lure, North Carolina, which that's one of the ones that got really, really damaged by Helene. Here's just this Tar Heel State, North Carolina. So if you like pennants, make sure you come Friday. And then there were 2 larger ones. There's the Scranton School Pirates in Sterling, Oregon. And then Forbidden Caverns in Sevierville. So I thought those were cool. Those were just I don't really know everything I got when we went to the farmhouse, the farmhouse. But those obviously they were on top, so I knew I got them. So anyway, those will be come out Friday. So if you like pennants, tell all your friends and come to the show at 1 o'clock on Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern. All right, let's get our five up top. It says, "You may be far away from Westchester, Pennsylvania, but I am coming quick." I guess this is German, all the German speaking stuff is these postcards. Boats at Schellinger's Landing in Cape May, New Jersey. Then we have a scene on the beach in Wildwood, New Jersey. Then we have "Let's You and I Dance the Dizzy Wizzy Whirl Together." Then here's "Need a Doctor? Try Dan Cupid, MD." There's another Valentine's postcard, Joe. All right, so we'll put those up top, and let's get our 10, but we won't count this one. It says, "Give me a sentence with that word in it. The seat of my trousers is worn out, but notwithstanding." Too bad it's creased. And then "You don't have to go far to catch fish here at Barnegat City, New Jersey." There's a foreign, like real photo type postcard. This one's creased real bad too. Here's C7 States. This one's got some damage. I'll go ahead and tell you what. Here's another one of those that's in a lot better shape. So you'll get two of those. Here's the Swing Along Bridge in Lookout Mountain. Here's the something site of David Bushnell in Westbrook, Connecticut. Here's a summer home from Cottage City in Massachusetts. Real photo, Housatonic, Massachusetts from Monument Mountain. And here's the Bunker Hill Monument in Charleston, Massachusetts. Here's the Pontchartrain Hotel in Detroit, Michigan. I was going to say it's not in New Orleans, but no, that's in. Here's the White House in Washington, D.C. Let's have a pretty bad crease on the corner there. Here's a real photo of just somebody's house. Look at the old car. That's cool. So yeah, just somebody's house there. It's another one of the all-four corner triangles are up. It's like 1904 to 1918 would be when that was from. Here's the Picot House in Oak Bluffs, Massachusetts. Here's the Chemung River in Elmira, New York. And then here is Cowboys at Lunch. Here's Hall at the Neighborhood House in West to Go, Connecticut, 1908. Real photo. And let me go and do one more up here. And then here is view at Joe Howe Falls in Victoria Park in Nova Scotia. All right, let me grab some more here. All right, we're going to run next. And there's the Dorchester Hotel in London, whatever WI is. Is that Wisconsin, maybe? There's Lincoln Cathedral. There's like an oil painting type postcard, the Salmon series. We've seen quite a few of those Salmon series. There's the Luke Warming Looking East, Main Street in Ware, Massachusetts. There's East Northfield, Massachusetts, Boston, Massachusetts. Here's to wish you a happy new year. Here's a Christmas greeting. There's a pink postcard from the Griffin Flooring Company. Actually, may just be an advertising piece. All right, 1, 2, or 3 bookends. Number 2. Bookends. Fill that one back up. Take those away. All right, so we got to fill up number 2 up there. There's a real photo of Pine Lodge in Wetuck, Connecticut. There is To Wish You the Best of the Eastertide Cheer. There's some little chicks. This one does have, you can see some wear across the top edge. Then here's Opera House in Claremont, New Hampshire. Charlotte Street in St. Augustine, Florida, 1905. And then finally, the Second Congregational Church in Greenwich, Connecticut. All right, let me grab some more. You'd think I'd be about getting close to out, but nope. Now let's pull from here. All right, so we have some kind of foreign postcard here. Here is something in Paris. Looks like a cathedral in Paris, maybe. It's like green on the back. Here's another Paris postcard. Another Paris postcard. Yeah, all these are green on the back, so they must be part of the same series. Another Paris postcard, not green on the back. Here's Fontainebleau. It's just a tree. And here's another tree. Here's another Paris postcard. So Paris. I'll just go until we get through all these. All look like they're going to be from the same maybe series. Well, there's another Fontainebleau forest picture. There's another Paris picture. It's another Paris picture. Another Paris picture. Paris. And all right, that's all the Paris. So we'll call that our first ones. And we'll go ahead and run Knox. Hey, Flunkle Plop, Snazzy Moon, Drowning and stuff. Anybody else I've missed? I'm Stuart with Franklin Hill Ventures. Just decided to do a pop-up postcard show today. Been going, I guess, for almost 2 hours now, but appreciate you stopping in. These postcards all came out of a farmhouse here in East Tennessee. It's actually the 3rd show I've done with them, and probably at least do 2 more after this one. So you're bidding on anything in the stack here, plus anything I throw down, and then you can pick one from up top if you win. So here's Sheep Street Rugby. Oh, let me go ahead and start it. That's running. Here is, not sure where that is, another foreign postcard. It's another Fontainebleau. Another Fontainebleau. And another. Here is, I'm not sure, but it's like one that looks like a painting. This one's got a crease in the bottom. The Big Cottonwood. I think we're back into the United States here. Here's the Masonic Temple in Chicago, Illinois. Thanks for the bid, Jilly Bean, 18. There's the Country Club in Dewell Beach, New Jersey. Here's the Hallett House in Southview, Long Island. It's a real photo of Morton Bay Fig Tree. Real photo there. And here is Rest and Sport at Lafayette Lodge. All right, bookends. 1, 2, or 3 from the top. Number 2. Bookends. All right, so actually both these come down. So we'll fill all of them. Let's see, what time is it? So it's 3:40. I'll go to at least 4, maybe go a little longer. We'll see how things are going. But at the end, I'll run that whole stack we have left over for $1. All right, so here's Illinois State Monument in Vicksburg, Mississippi. Oh, I've been to the I've been to this. It's probably at the cemetery there or at the Shiloh battlefield, or not Shiloh, whatever the Vicksburg battle was. They have all the different states represented. There's Helen Hunt's grave. There's Helen Hunt Falls. There's the cogwheel train at the summit of Pikes Peak. And then one more for up here. There's snowdrifts on Pikes Peak. So a couple of train postcards will go in one. Then we have the Siamese Twins, Garden of the Gods in Colorado. The Kosciuszko Lodge in Indiana, I guess. That one's 1906. Private mailing card, undivided back. There's the Memory Garden of Thomas Edison Winter Home, real photo. There's Richmond, Virginia, Stonewall Jackson Monument. And finally, there's the White House of the Confederacy in Richmond, Virginia. Those will go there. Then we have Houdon Statue of Washington in Richmond, Virginia. Then we have the causeway connecting the mainland with Galveston, Texas. Then the Buccaneer Hotel in Galveston, Texas. I used to go to Galveston all the time to the UTMB, the hospital there when I worked for the company I worked for did all the medical equipment maintenance there. So I got to go quite a bit. Texas State Hotel in Houston. And then finally the Gulf Building in Houston. All right, then let's get our ones down on the table here. We have Hey B667, Poconos 2002, and Omar. Thanks for coming in. We have Oleanders in Bloom in Galveston. We got a lot of Texas ones here. It looks like there's the Texas State Capitol. Here's beautiful Broadway Boulevard in Galveston, Texas. So if you like Galveston, this is. Oops. There is somewhere in New Hampshire. Says Huns don't like these tanks now, and if you buy more Liberty bonds, they will like them less. So another World War I postcard. Overseas postcard. Soldiers free meal. Bolster the line with Liberty bonds. This one does have some wear, just so you know, but then here is Havana, the main as it is now. It's got a crease in the corner. And then here's Yale University, the gymnasium. Here's the Grand View at Provincetown, Massachusetts. Go ahead and get through the rest of this stack. Here's Methodist Church in Westport, Connecticut. Here's the Hippodrome in New York. Then here's the Yacht Club in Thousand Islands, New York. Here's, oh, that's a cool one. Coney Island, the Helter Skelter, Luna Park. I think that's what the song Helter Skelter was named after, or at least a ride called the Helter Skelter. And then there's the Congregational Church in Greens Farms, Connecticut. And Scene in Knights Park, Collingswood, New Jersey. And then Turk's Head Inn, Westchester, Pennsylvania. All right, let me grab some more here. Let me get a drink real quick. Let's see, where do we want to pull from? Let's pull from here. All right, we'll go ahead and start the clock. You're bidding on everything in this stack plus everything we get thrown down in 45 seconds. So run next. This one's Brattleboro, Vermont. And here's St. Petersburg, Florida, 1906. Here's the Quarter Line in Vermont, undivided back. Here's Northampton, Massachusetts. There's Pelicans in the Bay in St. Petersburg, Florida, 1908, it looks like. Then here's North from Cemetery Hill in Vermont, 1906. Thank you for the bid, Portland, Maine. Then there's West Newbury, Massachusetts. East Colorado Street in Pasadena, California. Statue of Liberty. This one does have some wear, but it's got glitter on it. That's kind of cool. Pennsylvania. Hotel Center Harbor, wherever that is. All right. Bama gets another one. Here, I had this one in my hand, so we'll throw it down too. That's Trinity Church in New York. 1, 2, or 3 from the top. There, number 2. And all this stuff should ship out tomorrow. Let's see, where's Bama? There it is. So we'll pull from these. Let's go and put 5 more up top. So there's 1, 2, whoops, 3. There's our Rock City, 4. And 5, something in Kingsport, the Country Club in Kingsport, Tennessee. And then for our 10, here's St. James Episcopal Church in Massachusetts. There's Campbell Falls near Norfolk, Connecticut. Undivided back, real photo type postcard there. Scarborough Pond in Boston, Massachusetts. The park is beautiful. Undivided back. Here's Christian Science Church in Boston, Massachusetts. And there's Thousand Islands, New York, Wellesley Island. There's the Hotel Hermitage in Nashville. There's Turpentine Steel, because they're getting turpentine from the trees. There's a skyscraper in Memphis, Tennessee. That's the skyscraper district. There's the Main Street in Great Barrington, Massachusetts. Let's see, let's see. Soldiers Monument and Episcopal Rectory in Great Barrington. Copyright 1906. That one's kind of hard to see, but there's the Grand Staircase at the Public Library in Boston. And then here's the Cradle of Liberty in Boston. This one does have some wear along the edges. And as I mentioned, I mean, we've called these from good to fair, most of them. I mean, as I mentioned, they all came out of a farmhouse here in East Tennessee. So put a few more down, then we'll start. Here's Greylock Summit, Greylock Mountain. Hey, Atomic Kitty. Hey, Shirley, Anna. Anybody else I missed? And then in Mount Royal Park in Montreal. Here, I'll go ahead and put this one. This one's got a little crease, so we'll go ahead and put it down. It says, "Come, Bossy, one of our young farmers." A little young farmer there. All right, let me grab another stock out of here. Let's go from here. I'll put it up. All right, so we're going to go ahead and run it, and here we go. 1910, Happy New Year's. It's embossed. This one's got a crease in it, but it looks to be maybe Easter or something. Oh, it's from Finland, I believe. We've seen some of those. Here's another Easter postcard. Looks like it has some, 2 of them there. So here's another Easter greeting. Here's a best wishes. So here's an advertisement one for the Chattanooga Savings Bank. Bees are wise, they save their honey. Let us be wise and save our money. It's got the picture of the bank on the back. And then Clinton, Tennessee, that's where one of my antique booths is. So a postcard from Clinton, Tennessee. Here's another Chattanooga Savings Bank. So a couple of advertising ones. This one's got some staining and such. Oh, actually, a lot of these Chattanooga Savings Bank one. There's another one. There's another one. Here's another one. So those are pretty cool. And then here's a Christmas greetings. Here's a Chattanooga Savings Bank one here. And here's another Happy Easter. There's Winter Scene in Middletown, Connecticut. And Grandma Sherry took that one. Thank you so much. Those Chattanooga ones were cool. And number 1, 2, or 3. Number 3. All right, there's your stack, Grandma Sherry. Let me go ahead and fill spot 3 back up. Tell you what, let me get the spot filled up. Then I'll also do a giveaway here real quick. There's Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. There's a railroad station in Portland, Maine. Here's some kind of, I don't know, some kind of beach scene. It's foreign. That's Rhode Island somewhere. And then here's the Hubbard School in Middletown, Connecticut. I'm going to do one more up here. Here's the Norfolk Inn in Norfolk, Connecticut. All right, then let me go ahead and pull some for a giveaway here. Here's Dorchester Hotel in London, with I guess it's WI, whatever that is. Here's another one of the Lookout Mountain in Chattanooga. Here's a lake hotel in Windermere. And then here's the Fry House in Deerfield. Do a few more. Here's a San Francisco one here. Here's In the Green Pastures at Soundview, Connecticut. And then let me go ahead and throw one more in. The Tennessee State Prison in Nashville, Tennessee. I wonder if that's the one. I think that may be the one that they use to film movies and stuff in now. All right, so this is going to be the giveaway. So let me go ahead and get that started. All right, that's running. So go ahead and make sure you get in that. And let's get our 10 on the put down. Here's San Francisco, Fillmore Street. Here's a roller coaster, the Racer in Savin Rock, Connecticut. It does have like a crease right here. The Capitol Square in Detroit, Michigan. It's got some staining on the back. There's Long Island. Then this one's West Avenue in Essex, Connecticut. Felt like it had some, yeah, it's got some damage there. And then here's Fairhaven Bridge and Panorama of New Bedford, Massachusetts. Here is something From Your Friend, 1904. It's an old one. Here's Spangler Spring in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. And then there's Beach Scene in Branford, Connecticut. There is the Owenago House in Branford, Connecticut. And then here's another Long Island postcard. Hey, Coin Cult, welcome in. Here's Long Island. And then here's Branford, Connecticut, Montasco Inn. And then here's the Colonial Inn in Great Barrington, Massachusetts. And then I'll just go and do one more. The Old Man of the Mountain in White Mountains, New Hampshire, which fell down. All right, let me grab another stack. Back here. All right, here we go. We're running. This is Colonel Seth Warner Monument in Roxbury, Connecticut, 1917. Here's the St. Bernard's Catholic Church in Ohio. Here's State Mills Lake in south of Akron, Ohio. There is, looks like a foreign postcard of some sort. Here is the interior of Henry Whitfield House. Here's the Stanley Street entrance in New Haven, Connecticut. Here's the New York State Capitol in Albany, New York. There's Berks County Trust Company in Reading, Pennsylvania. Here's New York from Governor's Island, New York. All right, bookends. 1, 2, or 3. Number 3. Let's see. So those go up there. All right, let's fill our top. Thanks to anybody just coming in. I am Stuart with Franklin Hill Ventures, doing a postcard pop-up show today. Make sure you also come and join me on Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to do an ephemera show. I'm probably going to do mostly ephemera that came from the same place that all these postcards came from, which was a farmhouse here in East Tennessee. I may pull some other stuff too, but I know I'll be running through all that. We'll be looking at it together. It's kind of be an unboxing. Here's the Adirondack Mountains in New York. There's Greenfield, Massachusetts Mansion House. Here is Park Avenue in Plainfield, New Jersey. Hey, Vintage Memories. There's something. I'm not sure what that is. Oh, wait, there we go. The Hudson River Tunnel in New York. Oh, okay. I was looking at it that way. It's a railroad tunnel. I can see now. Here's the Savin Rock Theater. 1909. So put those in one. And then we have the City Jail and Courthouse in New York City. And then the burial place of President Andrew Jackson in Nashville. That's at the Hermitage, which I used to live right down the street from the Hermitage. There's the engineers headquarters at Camp Devens, Ayer, Massachusetts. There is the Singer Building, Broadway, New York City. And then there's the Metropolitan Life Insurance Building. Let's see. And then we'll go ahead and do this one. It looks like it's from the same series. So this is the Times Building in Times Square, New York City. So that'll be stack number 3 up there. And let's go ahead and get these laid down. Here's the, let's see, who won the giveaway? Let's see. Oh, Bama, congratulations. Let me go ahead and put that with your stack. And as I mentioned, all this stuff should be shipping out tomorrow. So, all right, that's in your stack of stuff there. All right, here's the steamship Uncatina, Massachusetts. Here's Boston Mechanics Building. It does have a crease up top there. Here's the Old North Church in Boston, Massachusetts. Isn't that the 1 if by land, 2 if by sea church? Here's the Cove in Lake Pleasant, Massachusetts. Oh, I tell you what, I'll run another lot of stereo view right after this, and then I may call it quits for today. So I'll do one more lot for you. Holy Cross College in Worcester, Massachusetts. Here's the Boston Common in Tremont Street, Boston, Massachusetts. Here's the First Universalist Church in Cambridge, Massachusetts. And then here's Pontotoc Lake in Pittsfield, Massachusetts. I can tell when I've been talking for this many straight hours, my tongue starts getting tied. Here's the corner of William and Purchase Streets in New Bedford, Massachusetts. And then here's Main Street in Southbridge, Massachusetts. And then here is Maplewood Hotel in Pittsfield, Massachusetts. And then here's the American Brick and Tile Company in Mason City, Iowa. Then what we may do, maybe I'll just look at some of this stuff that I got, so kind of know what we got coming up on Friday. Here's the Shelby County Courthouse in Memphis, Tennessee. And then Boston, Massachusetts Bridge and Fenway. Tell you what, I'm just going to go ahead and do the rest of these, and then I'll get another stack for the last little bit here. Here's Fountain City and University of Tennessee. And then here's an ox team with cottonseed. And then here's the post office in Charleston, South Carolina. Here's the Dome of the Taconics from Great Barrington, Massachusetts. And finally, here's the Elm Street in Westfield, Massachusetts. So pretty good little stack there to start us with. And let me grab one more stack back here. Let's see, where do I want to grab from? Let's go. Let's go back here. See what we got. All right. So let me go and start the auction. So for anybody who's just come in, you're bidding on all these plus any I throw down in 45 seconds, and then you can pick one from up top. So here we go. We're going to run next. And that's running. This is oops. Now it's running. Something in Paris, some kind of gathering. I'm not sure. Here's a ship, the P&O SS Rawalpindi, India Mail and Passage Service. Here's Amnesties of Paris. Here's another ship, the Chitral. Real photo of this little girl. Miss Dorothy. Then here's a photo of this bride, or probably communion maybe, or I don't know what that is. Rome. Old England Lake Hotel in Windermere. There's another boat, the Ranchi. Another boat, the Atlantic Transport Line, whatever boat that is. Here is another one, the Carthage. Another Ranchi. So some of these are duplicates. Mantua. Something in Australia there. It's another Mantua. Here's a train. Not sure what that is. Try to get as many in here as I can for you. Sulphur Springs, West Virginia. It's a duplicate. State capital. There you go. Bama. Then do you want 1, 2, or 3 from the top? Number 1. Okay, I'll tell you what. I'm going to run. Let's see. Let me get these in your stack before I forget where they go. Let me put these up. All right, I'm going to run the rest of these postcards real quick, and then we'll run some stereo view cards. And then if y'all want to stick around, we can look at some stuff that's coming up for Friday. So basically, it's going to be this stack. This is all the stuff that didn't, get picked. There's still some pretty good cards in here, I think. I'll just go through them as we run it. So, but let me not run next because I want to start them at $1. So let me pin the postcard lot. Start auction. We're going to start this one at $1. Tell you what, I'm going to run it for a minute so I can show maybe all these. And start auction. All right, so we'll just try to show you what's in here. Some trains. Waterfall. Whatever that is. The Shirley House at the military park. Here's Need a Doctor, Dan Cupid, MD. So got a Valentine's card there. Let You and I Dance the Dizzy Wizzy World Together. Then there's Wildwood, New Jersey. There's another New Jersey. There's the Westchester. So I don't know how many is in this stack, but it's quite a few. I'll just show them rather than say anything about them so we can see most of them anyway. So Ocean. The Baptist Assembly. We saw a lot of those. Baptist Assembly, Ridgecrest. There's something in Beaufort, South Carolina, another Baptist Assembly. There's some flamingos in their nest. New Jersey, somebody's residence. All right, Bama. Thank you so much. So thanks to everybody who bid on the postcards. I think that's all I'm going to do postcard wise today. Just show you what and this isn't actually all I have left, but let me show you what I still have. 2 albums that we'll run through a week from Friday. And I mean, as you can see, this one here is just like, it's really, really thick. And then we also have this one here. So we'll go through those a week from Friday. And then I still have all these postcards. And then actually that box down there on the bottom shelf is still boxes I haven't pulled out. I couldn't fit them on the table. So I think we'll still have enough to do at least 2 more shows, if not more. But let me go in and pull some stereo view cards. And let me pin the other thing while I'm thinking about it real quick. Pin. All right. We'll just pull these. So we'll go ahead and put we'll put 5 down, and then we'll run for 45 seconds. So here's the tomb of General Logan at the Soldiers' Home. There's one. This is just a flower of some sort. Not sure. The tulips, maybe. Lilies. One of those. I'm not a flower expert. And then here's Oh, the Silly Night. A new educational series of stereoscopic views. And then if anybody, by the way, if anybody likes Viewmaster reels, I know we've got a bunch of those for Friday. So here's something in Berlin. And then here's the Traveler series. This one's got a little tear in it there. Whoops, sorry about that. Here's the post office building from Broadway, New York. Montgomery Ward. All right, so let me go ahead and start this. 45 seconds. And this is for these, and then any that we can get down in 45 seconds, and we're off and running. Foreign scenery, Jerusalem Wailing Wall. Oh, didn't start. There we go. I'm not sure what this is. It almost looks like a homemade one. 1898 is the date written on there. Here is Stone Bridge and Washout. Looks like there was a flood there. Here's Four Maids at Chrysanthemum Show. Here's the Great Union Stockyards in Chicago. Here's the Spanish Marie Treese after the battle, Spanish-American War. Here's Cotton Plantation Scene. Here's Keep Him Out, Girls. Thanks for the bids, everyone. Here's Monument to the Poet Robert Burns. Here's something, a harbor scene of some sort. All right, Secret Grotto. All right, I'll stick those with your other ones. That's weird. Those two are so much bigger. But you're welcome. All right, so if y'all want to stick around for just a minute, I don't know if I'll auction anything else off or not, but if y'all want to kind of look at what I got, because I don't even know, so I'll just pull some things. Let's see. Tell you what, I'm going to turn the camera around and I'll pull it out and show as we get this over here. Hold on, let me scoot my laptop over. All right, there we go. Yeah, appreciate everybody stopping by today. Hope y'all had fun. I have had a blast going through all these postcards with everyone, and as you saw a minute ago, we still have plenty more to go through. So let's see. I already showed I showed these pennants already. So I got all those pennants that we'll auction off on Friday. Oh, and this is cool. I haven't, like I said, really haven't looked at any of this stuff yet. So if you can see this, it says the Spiral Sketchbook, and it's got horses on the front. Tell you what, I may have to take the camera back off to be able to show this. Let me see what's. Oh yeah, this might be fun to. Well, oh, I see. It's spiral bound at the top. Here, let me move this back over and set it down. All right, let me take this out. I'm going to get everybody dizzy here. Yeah, so it says sketchbook. For some reason, it looks like it's got like a photo pickup thing stuck to it there. Wow, I wonder what else in here. Well, there's some 1947, 48 cheerleaders. Of course, everything else has been taken out. Let's see. Hopefully, there's still some stuff left in here. This book's so big. Let's see here. Well, there's a few pictures here. Must be like classmates. Unfortunately, all this stuff's taped in. So the class of 1948, Knoxville High School. So commencement stuff here. Goodness. Yeah, just it's like a scrapbook. So here's something in the annual library party, tickets to that, napkins. Let's see what else we have in here. More napkins and Valentine's, and there's something Halloween. God, I hate when people glue stuff. They should have outlawed glue or even tape. At least this tape, maybe it'll come off some of this stuff, but I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know if that'll come out or not. Well, anyway, so a pretty cool scrapbook. There's more pictures. They're all from the 1940s, though. Maryville versus Carson Newman. Oh, Duff Field. That's right down the street from where I grew up. And my dad used to go there and when he would jog. Oh, here we go. Here's some stuff that's in the back that's not attached. Let me get back here. Ooh, a pinup calendar. So it starts in June. Let's see what all we got here. There's July. Huh. BB's trunk would like this. August. September 1949. Yeah, this is pretty cool here. So, but yeah, all this stuff will, be up for grabs on Friday. So it's not complete. It's missing the first couple of months, I suppose. Oh, wait. No, maybe. No, this is a different one. This one's 1950, so it's a smaller one. So the Esquire Glamour Gallery. Essay on Jiggling. Let me make sure these are appropriate. Yeah, they're fine. Uh, so there's this one is complete right here, I guess. Yeah, so I'll definitely be. Oh, is it glued down? Yeah, I may have to tear the very back page. I may have to cut around it. So it's like they did glue this in the scrapbook. Hate when people do that. Like I said, glue should have been outlawed. But in any case, those are really cool. And then here's some pictures that they taped in. So all in all, a really cool scrapbook. It'd have been a lot better if they hadn't have glued everything in. Here's a bunch of old dead leaves and flowers and such. And then it says the end. So anyway, got that one. Let me see if I can get it closed. Oh, here's another scrapbook. Let's see what's in it. Yeah, this one's actually postcards that have been glued in. I'm not really going to. Yeah, I may put that at my booth because that one's so big it'll be kind of hard to ship anyway. And then here's one more scrapbook. Let's see what was in it. Looks like more postcards. These are in, I hate when they use, sometimes it's hard to get things out of, sorry, it's hard to get things, out of these kind of binders because they tend to stick. So, some like cigarette cards, maybe. There are a couple of postcards that weren't attached. Christmas greetings to you from down under. Anyway, so you got that. Let's see what else we got. And like I said, I'm going to be on Friday at 1 o'clock. So make sure you bookmark my show. And if you get a chance, come on in. Let's see. I think everything else I can probably turn the camera around and show. All right, let's see what else we got. And there were some books in one of these bins I got. I don't know. This says Bent Twigs in Jefferson County. I have found just, if you're a reseller, I found that like local history books like this can be worth quite a bit. In genealogy books, like I just sold a couple of genealogy books for one particular family, for like $50 each. So yeah, definitely if you're a reseller, be on the lookout for those. Here's a book, Familiar Animals and Their Wild Kindred. So there's like a coyote. So lots of good images in this, it looks like. There's an elephant and a rhinoceros, and the elephant's like strangling the rhinoceros. Here's an old Girl Scout handbook. And it's got some stuff in the front. Let's see. It's like a Bible Sunday school card, it looks like. And there's some newspaper clippings and such in here as well. We'll look through all this stuff a lot closer on Friday. Hey, Bama Boys Choice. And for anybody just coming in, we really just finished up the selling part. I did a bunch of postcards and a few other miscellaneous things. Really just going through some other stuff that I got out of this farmhouse that I'll be going through on Friday to sell. So this was inside this book. This is the Highways and Byways of Appalachia. And here's the Squaw Man, whoever that is. Oh, this one's cool. Here's Fairmont Park and the International Exhibition at Philadelphia, the Centennial Edition. So when's this from? I wonder. 1876. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, and then it's in really good condition too. Looks like it's got like a pull out. I don't know what that is. It's almost like a. Oh, it's got a map in there that you pull out. I'm not going to try to do it right now, but it folds out. I don't know if anybody likes old books, but I can certainly maybe bring some of those up. Although with Whatnot, sometimes it's better to do books in their own show in the books category so you can get the media mail. Here's another Girl Scout handbook. And of course, we got all those pennants we saw earlier. And then here's something called the Old Breed. And I don't know, it's got like a pocket with stuff in the front. Let's see what it is. It's something from the Department of the Navy. Let's see. Oh, it's okay. This was a letter sent to Senator Strom Thurmond. Who all remembers Strom Thurmond? He was like 100 and something when he finally left the Senate. It says, Dear Senator Thurmond, in response to your request of May 12, 1987, you can inform your constituent, it's got the guy's name, that Old Breed, A History of the 1st Marine Division, World War II, has been reprinted by Zinger Publishing Company. It is available from them at a cost of $45. I wonder if this is the reprint then, I guess. Let's see. Let me see what the date is on this. Yeah, so this is a reprint of the book. It was reprinted in 1979, it says. So it was originally printed in 1940 something. But then you got like a catalog of military history books. Oh, this must be, what are these? Looks like maybe old military photos. Let's see. Somebody was asking about photos. So I know I'll have at least some photos for Friday. It says this was communications section, 1st Battery, 11th Marine Regiment, 1st Marine Division, Okinawa, after something 1945. So it's got all the information on the back. These look like their original photos too. Bet you don't know we, in any picture, you will see a gun close by. Okinawa, 1945. And then this one says, rest period 3 days. This is the FO and CAN section. They left us alone. We always needed men. Okinawa in 1945. And these are like catalog numbered on the back. I mean, they look like their original photos, but you know, I can't say for sure. But yeah, they're pretty cool. So yeah, we'll run through these on Friday, see what kind of interest there is. Oh wow, here's one of a skull. It says a Jap bulldozer. A Jap bulldozer covered most of them. His head just got left out. I am sure the men behind us finished the job in the right way. We had to push on. 1945, Okinawa. So anyway, there's several of those, and they were down in the pocket of this book. Let's see if there's, make sure there's nothing else in there. And I guess this almost looks like this guy's resume or something. It's got all his vital stats. What did I do with that letter? There it is. Make sure that gets back down in there. Oh yeah, and then these. Okay. So yeah, those must have been the originals, and then he did reprints of these. You know, like here's that one that had the skull. So yeah, there's some blown up reprints of those. Yeah, that's a really cool book. I'll have to do some research on that one. And then let's see. Then this book's A Natural History of of American Birds of Eastern and Central North America. I can tell I've been talking for the last many hours. I guess here was the dust jacket for it. It fell off. Yeah, but nice illustration. Some good illustrations and such in there. So like I said, I'm not sure if I'll do the books on Friday or not. Just because of the shipping cost. So let's see what else we have here. This was an ephemera, but I thought it was cool. It was like a little folk art angel wall hanging thing. And as I mentioned, all these came out of a farmhouse here in East Tennessee. Here's some kind of sports team, maybe basketball. Let's see, guaranteed for life. This is a genuine border fox tone photograph. Yeah, so maybe an old basketball. Well, I do, but you know, the problem is when you do whatnot shows, if you don't do it in the books category, they don't go medium mail. So, and I mean, depending on the value of the book, like I sell books on a lot of other platforms. I mean, a lot of times I'll do Ground Advantage or even Priority Mail, just depending on, you know, what the book ended up costing. But I mean, I do use medium mail sometime. But I have found lately, like Ground Advantage is usually not much more than medium mail and sometimes actually cheaper. Here's another basketball picture, 1929 and 30 Union Heights School. I guess that's also another basketball team picture. Here's a life at Tusculum College. What time is it? I probably need to go here in just a minute. We'll look through a few more things. But yeah, come back Friday and, you know, we'll be running through all this ephemera. And then my whole garage is full of ephemera too. I mean, I sell a variety of things, but on Whatnot, I primarily do ephemera. Whereas on, you know, other platforms, that's where I sell all my like knickknacks. And I sell a ton of china and flatware. My wife calls me the China King of Knoxville. So there's a baby photo. There's some kind of family photo there. Here's the cloister in Sea Island, Georgia. I'm not sure what. Just more things from that cloister hotel. Yeah, there's a ton of that stuff in here. Here's an Annie Oakley cutout dolls. I don't know if it's complete or not, but there are some dolls in there. So I don't know. It may or may not be everything. If anybody likes Viewmaster stuff, these are all Viewmaster reels. I don't know if there's any good ones or not. Let's see. Let me just look at a few. Germany. I think these may like Windsor Castle, Alberta, Canada. Yeah, they all appear to maybe be like from a World Series or something. 7 More Wonders of the World. Let's see if that's what they all are. Here's like Mount Hood in Oregon. So definitely can do something with those on Friday potentially. Here we'll look at a few more things. Oh, here was another pennant. Here's Indianapolis Speedway. We would guess. I was guessing these pennants were probably from the 50s, maybe the 40s, but there's a bunch of pennants. That's one I just missed and fallen out. Here's a telephone directory for Sweetwater, Tennessee, 1958. Who remembers having to use the telephone book? A lot of people have no idea what the telephone book is anymore. Oh, no, here's a bunch of photos. It looks like photos on board. So anyway, that stuff just goes on and on. Here's some kind of book, How Bessie Did Good. Oh, tell you what, we'll look at this. Looks pretty cool. So we'll look at this Friday. But it's the People's Railroad kit from the Southern Railway System. Oh, so anyway, I think that's probably good enough for today. So yeah, join me Friday. I'll be doing, all this miscellaneous ephemera stuff I got out of the farmhouse, plus maybe pulling some stuff from the garage. And then a week from Friday, I'll be back to the postcards that are behind me on the table here. And we'll do another postcard auction. And I guess that's it. Let me go find somebody to raid. So stick around with me long enough to find somebody to raid. And appreciate everybody who stopped by. Everything should go in the mail tomorrow, so everything should go out. Cool. Well, I hope to see you there, Grandma Sherry, and thanks for sticking with me all afternoon. Let's go find a raid here real quick. Let me see if anybody's running in the ephemera area real quick. Ephemera. We will raid. How about we raid? We'll go raid. Well, let me refresh this. I'm not sure if that's refreshed or not. My laptop's very, very slow. Yeah, there's not a lot going on in the ephemera area. It looks like the only person on right now is Patrick Stanley 82. So tell you what, let's just go find them. All right, everyone, have a good rest of your week. Have a happy new year. I'll see hopefully y'all on Friday, and make sure you bookmark my show, and then we'll see you again a week from Friday. Have a good one.